Good afternoon, everybody. I've got a bit of a problem here. There we go. Okay, we're sorted. Good, good, good. How's everybody today? Hope you can all hear me loud and clear. And obviously, can you hear the lovely Louise?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear Louise? Good, hope you can. It's been a busy few weeks, isn't it? It
has, isn't it?
It really has.
I'm quite glad we're not going anywhere for the next few weeks, to be honest. Yeah.
Looking forward to have a weekend at home.
Do you know, it's not just, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, but also when you go away, even if it's for a few days, like we went to Italy, you've been really lucky with travelling and going to shows, haven't we, this year? And we went to, then we had a weekend away with our family. Yeah. And then, where did we go? Then we were in London last weekend, which is, it's all been amazing. But then you have to kind of get ahead of your work and put things in place before you go. Yes. And make sure you're not just on top of things, but ahead of things. Yes. And you've still got to catch up when you come back. I know, yeah. So I just find that period before and after a little bit stressful. Yeah. And that's why I've always not hated going away, but it was so much hassle before going away and so much hassle coming back. You wonder why you actually went away in the first place. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I think if you don't put things in place before you go and catch up, then it's just worse. Or I mean, what we do with our repairs sometimes is if we've had a lot on and a lot of jobs come in, we just say an extra week or so. Yeah. And people don't mind, and usually we get things done anyway, don't we? And then we give people it's just sometimes when that pressure's on you, it's too much, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. So anyway, we're back. So last weekend we went up to London, and on the Monday I was at the Goldsmiths Craft and Design Council Awards. Because I was on the council, I was helping out, organising and directing people to their chairs and making sure that everybody had an amazing time, and it was a really good time. Spoke to lots of people. We said hello to Stephen Webster. He said, "Don't be late." Nice. We spoke. I had a good chat. Yeah. Okay. He obviously didn't know me, didn't recognise me at the time. So I spoke to David Webster, his brother. Had a really good chat with him. And just spoke to some lovely people. Loads of people then came up to us, didn't they, and said, "Oh, we've watched you in lockdown. We learned so much from you in lockdown, and it's lovely. We've had photographs taken and all that sort of thing." Because
so
one lady was shy. Really good. She got somebody who knew both of you to introduce her to you. Yes. You don't ever have to be shy. Andrew loves it when people approach him and say, "I watch at the bench." Yeah, we both absolutely love that. Yes, There's no need to be shy. I can't remember the lady's name, but I think she does. She won a gold award in partnership. She did the Kembu on these beautiful vases, and she also, was it her? I think it was her, wasn't it her? No, okay, it wasn't her. Anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, so she went to Andy Howard, who obviously is one of the lecturers at the Birmingham School of Jewellery, and said, "Can you introduce me to Andrew?" Yeah, it'd be a photograph taken. It was lovely. It really was. It was a lovely, lovely evening. Everybody was there. Yeah, so many gold awards. Absolutely, really, really good. We had a great time. Excellent, good. And now we're back. Now we're back. Yes.
Now we're back. I don't know whether...
Cat in the vet this morning. That was how the week started.
Cat in the vet, yes.
Cat in the vet, yeah.
So there we go. Bee's all right.
He's all right, yeah.
He's all right. Got antibiotics and anti-inflammatories. That's another £107.
He's been fighting, yeah.
He's
So.
been fighting, yes.
But the sad thing was the injury is kind of like on his back end. So he was obviously running away. He was trying to run back home to mummy when the fight started, and now he's not very well.
No, he's not very
but he's
well.
going to get better because we've got the
Antibiotics.
medicine for him now. So,
Yes. So,
bless him. It's such a worry, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I find it a worry. You don't really care for the cat, do you? So
Shouldn't say that. We got all the cat lovers sending me hate mail now.
well, no, you
I do care for him, yes.
Yeah, you're nice to him and you talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
You're not like Jazz is just
Over the
she
top.
adores the cat,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
she? Yeah. So yeah.
So there we go. Yes. Good.
What else?
I can't think.
Yeah.
Can't think. We just got lots of things in our heads. We got lots of things planned, lots of things going on. So yeah, it's just non-stop, isn't it? Non-stop. Someone said happy birthday. Isn't that tomorrow or something? It is my birthday tomorrow. Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, Andrew's birthday. So it's my birthday tomorrow, but I'm still coming to work. As you know, when you're young, you can have a day off, but not when you're older.
Do you know what I do on my birthday?
Just
I come into
day.
work and I just do what I want to do in work. So
That would be nice.
No, I take the day off to just be creative.
You
I
did.
give myself a day.
Yes.
And that's what I've done the last couple of years on my birthday.
You have, yes. You
Yeah.
come in and yeah, okay.
And everything stops
You're
apart
there.
from the things that I
Your
want to do.
body's here, but your mind is doing your other things that you want to do during the day. Yeah, that's nice.
No, I just literally do what I want all day.
That's right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your body's here, but your mind is on what you're doing. Yes.
Yeah.
And nothing else. Yeah.
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 It's like my Friday early. I come in early on a Friday. I try and come in at 7 o'clock. It tends to be about 8. And then I have 2 hours where I just do my own things, do what I want to do, because we don't really make or experiment in
work time.
no. Because we're just too busy. So I come in early on a Friday, and that's my play time.
That's good. Yeah.
So at least I get at least that time. Sometimes I'm here in the evenings as well, but I get at least that time every week. And if I don't get my playtime on a Friday, I'm not happy. But on my birthday, I have play day all day.
It's all day.
Yeah.
Nice. Good idea. Good. So that's all good. Yes. What was I going to say? Yes, there's a delay to the release date of the book that I may have mentioned. The boat. There was a delay at the printers, which meant there's a delay of getting into this country. So if you look on somewhere like Amazon, it says May, but I've been told it's going to be the end of April. So it was supposed to be released a week tomorrow. Unfortunately not. Awfully sorry for everybody who has pre-ordered. An email went out this morning to everybody to explain the situation. If you don't know what I'm on about, I haven't got it with me, but yes, jewellery repairs at the bench. Perhaps I'll overlay something by here. We've got a release date end of April. So,
it will be worth the wait,
apologies.
though. I absolutely promise you that.
It'll be good, wouldn't it?
It's circumstances beyond our control, unfortunately.
It absolutely is, yes.
Beyond anybody's control, I suppose. But it'll be worth the wait.
Yes. Good.
That's for sure.
Okay, should we...
Do you want to do...
Okay, so no, let's plan it for 30:30, shall we?
Okay, 30:30,
So something exciting is going to happen at 4:30.
Okay.
It'll make you laugh. So hang on till 4:30, okay? So hang on for another 20 minutes and you'll be rewarded. Put it that way. So let's have our first question. If there is a question, that is.
Yes,
Good.
Susie's got a question. I'm hoping you can help with my Durston rolling mill. The rollers won't go up or down and the one on the right is higher than the left.
Okay, so if it's a new rolling mill, don't do anything with it. Call Durston, explain the situation to them. I don't know the reason why they won't move up and down. I don't know what model it is. If you can put down what model it is it new from Durston? If it is, give them a call. They will sort it out for you. The rolls should be parallel. I don't know why one is not is perhaps the rolls aren't parallel. Again, if it's new, shouldn't be like that. Give a call to Durston and they will sort that out for you. If it is a model that you've had for a while, there are ways that you can sort out the heights of the rolls. I'm not sure whether I've put anything on YouTube about getting the heights of the rolls, but I know I definitely have on At the Bench. So if you remember of At the Bench, there's a film on there that shows you how to get the correct adjustment on the rolls. It's too long-winded to go into a quick sort of chat and demonstration now. But let me know what model it is. But if it's new, get in contact with Durston and they'll sort of. I know there's been 1 or 2 mills that I'm aware of where, yes, people couldn't turn the handle, or it had to be turned really hard, but Durston replaced it straight away. So that's not a problem. Yes, Lou.
Okay, good. Free FIFO is saying, I see silver in different hardnesses. What is the application for these various silvers and what should you consider when working with them?
So there's hardnesses. So there's some silver that you buy, it's called half hardened or fully hardened. To be honest, as soon as you put a torch on it and quench it, you've basically annealed it, so you've softened it. The majority of silver that you buy in the UK is simply fully annealed, and that's the way it comes. You can buy specific wire that is hardened already, and people use that for, perhaps they use them for brooch pins. So they'll have the length of wire, they'll coil it around the end to make a spring. As long as no heat goes up onto that, that then is a nice hardened pin. I know we've got some hardened sheet here. I don't know why I've got some hardened sheet, but to me it makes no difference because I'm going to anneal it and it's going to become hard anyway, soft anyway. So that's the only thing that I can say, really. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yes,
Good. Linda says, happy birthday for tomorrow.
Thank you.
You've got lots and lots of happy birthdays coming in.
Thank you.
I need a new burnisher for flesh setting. Can you help with the best shape and size for the tip? Thank you.
We sell them, though we're out of stock at the moment. Sold the last one today. We sell mini burnishers. And they are usually, where did this come from? They are, let's get some water on this, shall we? There we go. Any difference? Not really. Okay, so they are usually, what are they? They're about 2.3 millimeter diameter rod, comes down, and we always do them to sort of that sort of shape, like that. And then we set that then into a handle, into a handle, and we have At the Bench burnt onto it, branded onto it. So I would buy one from our store. I will put them in the store now later this afternoon, and we normally make these up. We make them up in batches, and usually as soon as we release a batch, they sell. So buy them from us. They're about £6 or £7. But if you want to make your own, it's a 2.3 millimeter steel shaft. Perhaps you want to have an old burr that you heat up, let it cool down. Then you've taken the strength, the temper, the hardness out of it. Then you can file and shape the end. But we have a 2.3 steel. We put a point like that. It's not sharp, it's slightly rounded so it doesn't damage the stone, and that's what we use. But as I said, I'll put them in the store now with this afternoon, and you can order them and we'll ship them out to you tomorrow. That's not a problem.
Good.
Yes, Lou.
Good. Penny says, did you write a book, Andrew? Don't remember you mentioning it. Peter says, I may have mentioned. Yeah, I think there are Indigenous people in the Amazon basin who know about your book, actually.
Oh, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I don't remember seeing anybody ordering them from the Amazon basin, but...
Amazon, maybe.
Amazon themselves, yes. Perhaps they've gone to the Amazon. Very good.
Ezra Luna, I'm hesitant to order stones online because everything seems like a scam. What's a good company to order real and quality gems? Whereabouts are you in the world? In the UK, we go to Wards, Gemstones in Hatton Garden.
A.E. Ward.
Kerry Gregory, Gemology Rocks. Sally Spencer. Kerry and Sally are fully trained and qualified experienced gemologists. Yeah, they're great people to buy recycled gemstones from. A.E. Wards have been in the business for
a long time.
Many years.
Yes.
They're reputable. G.F. Williams, again, I think they're in Hatton Garden.
Okay, yeah.
For coloured gemstones.
Usual thing, Burhouse, not Burhouse, what are they called? Curious Gem.
Curious Gem, Kerno Craft.
Yeah.
Let me have a little look. But yeah, whereabouts are you in the world? But they're the UK ones that are leaping to mind. What was that noise?
I don't know, somebody outside by the sounds of it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But if you're not in the UK, pop it in the chat and maybe somebody can help you from wherever you are.
Yes.
Good. Dasha says, I'm sure the book will be worth the wait, though I was hoping it was going to be my birthday present, beginning of April. Oh, sorry, darling. Justin is saying, my granddaughter decided to put lipstick on a piece of ribbon and put through my unused Durston Agile C130. Oh dear. How do I clean this, please? And where the duration is at the top is rusty. Also, where the duration at the top is rusty.
Okay, so you can clean the rolls by using something like methylated spirits or white spirit. You can just go over the rolls with that. Always remember, if you do use methylated spirits or white spirit, yeah, get a rag with some oil on it just to go over the rolls, just to give them a little bit of a coat of oil, just to protect the rolls so they don't start to rust. If there's anything else upon the unit that is slightly rusty, get some fine emery paper to remove the rust, and then again use that oily rag to go over the outside on any bare metal to get that rust off. If you find that perhaps the rolls are slightly marked, or you want to give those rolls a little bit of a polish, again on YouTube we have a film, I'm sure it's on YouTube, if it's not, it's on At The Bench, showing you how you can polish up the rolls of your rolling mill using metal polish and a broomstick and a bit of a rag. So that should be there if you want to go and have a check that out. But yes, so that's the way that I would do. I can't get my words out. I was chatting to BT earlier on. I couldn't get my words out, could I then? But yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, exactly.
Any particular oil?
3-in-1. Machine oil, 3-in-1, like yeah.
WD-40?
Not really.
No, oh, right, okay.
So the thing
just what I know about oil.
The thing with WD-40, if you have, for instance, say you have gears on a bike, okay, and it's really, really oily, if you spray WD-40 on it, let it seep in, and then spray water on it, it removes all the dirt and all the grime. So it doesn't necessarily really re-lubricate things. That's just something that you can learn. But yeah, but otherwise it's like an engine oil, like sewing machine oil, just a general purpose household 3-in-1 oil. I wouldn't use WD-40. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, Lou.
No, that's I didn't know. I just threw that out because it's the only oil I know. Okay. Ezra Luna is in Colorado. I don't know, sorry, lovely, but if anybody can give some advice, please, please at Ezra Luna in the chat, please. Queen Street. Oh, hi Sandra. This is a long shot, but does anyone here know a jeweler studio I could visit while holiday in the Puglia region in Italy, if I said that right? Ends of May. If anybody, I don't know, but if anybody knows, I've never been taken to Italy before.
You have taken me times to Italy.
Yeah, but
admittedly to the trade show.
It wasn't to the romantic parts, was it?
No, sorry.
Yeah, I still enjoyed it. Ina says, your beloved nylon brushes sometimes get caught in the shank of a ring while polishing and send it flying. How do I prevent that?
Turn the ring the other way around when you're polishing. They shouldn't really get caught.
Ring clamp, I was going to say.
we sell like a nutcracker ring clamp in the store, and that will hold the ring. Something like that would be ideal.
Do you know what? When we went to get stoned, the gem fair in September last year, I was surprised by, because I don't know, I just thought everybody knew about them, but they're not that out there, I don't think, are they? So I'm going to just, they are, I keep forgetting that I've got one, but they are so handy because they stop your hands getting hot and dirty.
We do use them quite a bit. We got a pair downstairs.
I don't use them. I forget to use them. There were a pair in my tray, and now there's not.
Well, it's in the drawer by the sides of me. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. We share.
Oh, Penny! I completely forgot. Sorry, lovely. Yes, absolutely. So Penny is selling a drawer bench. Let me just find the. I'll link it up now, Pen. Sorry. Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me.
Durston drawer bench.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm just going to get the details.
Okay.
I'll just get the details. Yes. Yeah, it is a Durston in Devon, too heavy to send. But if you're anywhere within, I mean, Devon's lovely, so
it's worthwhile driving to Devon to get it.
I would go there for the draw bench and the Devon.
And the clotted cream and fudge.
Absolutely. So let me I'll just post the link.
Okay.
So if you are interested, here is the link.
Good. Thank you for that.
Fabulous.
Good.
Hopefully that works. Yes. Good. Lovely. Nikki says, talking of oil, how... Oh, and some Devon Prosecco.
Oh.
Lovely.
Oh, didn't we have some Devon Prosecco when we were down in Devon with your sister? I think we did.
Was it specifically Devon Prosecco?
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, sure we did, yes.
Talking of oil, how do you oil a ring stretcher / reducer, or should you not?
I would dribble a few... Good word, dribble, isn't it? I would dribble a few drops of oil. Was it an upright ring stretcher? Wasn't it? Yeah.
A ring stretcher / reducer.
Yes, okay.
So I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got your mandrel that's split into 4, then you've got your other little bit of metal that comes through the top, isn't it? So then basically, as you push the handle, this comes up in the middle. So what I would do is simply just dribble some oil around that central piece of metal that goes through the middle, and then that's going to lubricate those areas there. That's all I would really do. Down here then you've got the little block with the little cam lever that does that. I would then just, where any surface is sort of touching another surface, a little drop of oil on that. You've got the handle then on this side, again where the handle goes into the main block, down here again, and then down here you've got the little plunger. Again, what I would do is I would pull the handle towards you so the plunger goes down, put some oil on the top of the plunger. When you push the handle away, the plunger will go back into the body and lubricate. Likewise with here, push the handle away, drops of oil, pull the handle towards you, and the oil then should go down to lubricate that, and that. And that should be enough. Yes.
Good. Good. Ina says, I mean polishing the inside of the shank. Yeah, I'm going to go and get one because it's gonna
downstairs.
Yeah, it's going to solve your problems.
Okay, so Louise is going to go and get one.
If I can find it.
In theory, within the ring shank, if the ring shank is plain, say it's a wedding band, there's no way for any bristle to get caught in the ring shank. If the ring shank has a split in it, like a split shank, so if the ring sort of comes up, this is like a side view of the ring shank, and the ring is like this, and say you're setting it on the top here, okay? There's a chance that the bristles could get caught in here if it was going in a direction going into the split. But if it's going the opposite direction, you can turn the ring around, well then it'll be going in that direction, so then it won't catch in that split. But this is the little set of holders that we've got. These are basically called like nutcracker, because you can, looks like you crack your nuts in it. So basically what we would do is hold that in the clamp. So there's the ring, okay, here. So you hold the ring, there's little grooves on the inside of the wood here. That goes into there. And by doing that, you now can get your white nylon brushes or whatever brush you so desire. And that will go on the inside. And you can hold on to the ring and turn it around. It does get hot, and the only time I use this is if I'm really trying to get some deep marks on the insides of the rings. The ring will get hot, so by putting it in either one of those holes, so the bigger rings will go in the bigger, the smaller rings will go in the smaller ones down there like that. And these are absolutely brilliant for holding on to the rings. It holds the outside of the ring as opposed to holding the inside of the ring. We love them, don't we, Lou?
Yeah. Well, when I know where it is, yeah.
Well, now you know. Just don't forget to take it downstairs.
Okay.
Good.
Good. And it says the ads is becoming really annoying, really becoming annoying on this platform every 2 to 3 minutes. Wish this was sent on your own page in addition to YouTube. We've turned ads off, haven't we? So
yeah,
they shouldn't be coming in.
I think it's only on the replays.
Yeah.
So they're on the replays. We can go back through all the replays to remove the adverts. There is a way that we can do that. But we don't put the adverts in. It gets automatically put in. In theory, YouTube says they put the adverts in the boring sections or the quiet sections.
The
boring sections, yeah, where everything goes quiet. And they thought, oh, an ideal chance for an advert.
We don't shut up for a second.
So I'm surprised there's time for any adverts. So I don't know why that would be the case, but we can go back through all the old Q&As and remove the adverts. I'm not going to remove all the adverts. I think we used to limit them to about every 10 minutes. So there's a certain amount of adverts, but not every few minutes. I'll have to have a look at that, yes.
Okay, good. Linda says tool of the week.
Not ready.
Okay, not yet.
Not yet.
Wayne says, how do you deal with such silver price fluctuations? As I bought silver sheet for £110 in September, and now the same silver sheet is £309.
It is. It's a fact of life. It isn't just affecting you, it's affecting everybody. It's affecting all the suppliers, not just makers. It's affecting the big brands like Tiffany and Cartier and all those. So it's a global problem. There are ways that you can not necessarily work around it, but you can limit your loss of metal. There's lots of ways that you can do that. You just need to look at our workshop that we did on reducing, reusing and recycling workshop on At the Bench, where we looked at ways to work more efficiently. Louise is just quickly finding it now for us.
I think the workshop was great, and it showed. Trying to think what we showed. We showed how to, because there's another one where you demonstrated melting and rolling and making sheet, basically sheet and ingots.
Yes.
And I can't remember. I think this was a little bit more, because there's loads you can do. I think we showed, this was the one we showed water casting at, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes. I don't think there's much that you can do if you're using the same material and there's no way you can reduce the weight, for instance. This is the thing, don't forget, it's only the material price has gone up. So I know when everybody was panicking when the silver prices went up.
It is a worry, isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. I'm not disputing that, but it's only the metal price. So people were saying, oh, we're going to have to double, we're going to have to triple our prices. No, you just have to make sure that your metal costs are adjusted. but your manufacturing costs, your wage costs, in theory, should stay the same. So perhaps if you are using £100 worth of silver and you were charging, say, £300 for that silver, but £200 for your time, that piece would be £500. Okay, but if now that £100 that you're using is £300 and you double up, so that's £600, but you still only add your £200 on, so it's going to be £800 as opposed to whatever anybody else is saying. But are there ways that you can look at reducing perhaps the thickness of the metal? Is there another technique that you can use to produce exactly the same thing but cheaper? Can you stamp things out? Can you make yourself a mold? Can I come to onto this in a moment?
But it ties in quite nicely with this, doesn't it? Yeah.
So are you, can you stamp out things instead of a 1mm sheet? Can you stamp it out at 0.75 millimeters? So in effectively, you saved a quarter of the weight just by doing that. Are there things that you can do? Let's say make a mold, make a stamp, make a pancake die, make a plate that you can cut things out of that will reduce the amount that you waste. If you're having to cut discs out, arrange the discs on a piece of metal that you get the least amount of waste from. So it is annoying and it is frustrating, but there are ways that you're going to be able to work this around.
Which I've put in the chat as well, because things like I'm making these little pebble style pendants, which it's made from scrap, isn't it? From offcuts and scrap.
Yes.
But I've learned how to engrave little stars and just starting to learn bright cuts and star setting, and I put that into the recycled metal pebble, and it's been quite popular, isn't it?
Very
so
good.
it's got some quite nice feedback, and I have sold a few of them. It's just things like that, really, and like you say, being metal efficient. Water casting is a great way to use scraps.
Yep.
We're going to come on to something else as well, which is my favourite way to work, actually. The thing that I've been doing the last week.
Okay, good.
So on that note,
shall we? Is it lined up? Is it ready?
What is tool of the week?
It is. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Jewelers tune in when the tools come out. Sawing and filing, hear the crowds. Now tool of the week.
Craft a skill,
Tool of the week.
shape that will.
Cut and shaping with perfect technique. Tool of the week. Every week at atthebench.com.
I absolutely love that.
The overacting.
I think I've gone a bit red. I'm blushing.
Well, I feel a bit embarrassed as well.
We love that, don't we? We love that. Should we have it again? Absolutely love that.
Oh no, don't do it again.
Tune in when the tools come out. Sawing and filing, hear the crowds. Now tool of the week.
Craft a skill,
Tool of the week.
shape that will.
Cut and shaping with perfect technique. Tool of the week. Every week at atthebench.com.
It's the overacting.
So, guess what? It's
One of us enjoyed that more than the other. Can you tell?
it's tool of the week. Yes, we've been holding this back. We had this done like 2 weeks ago, but we've been holding back. So I think we're going to put it out on I don't know, on socials and on YouTube, because I think we acted that out very well, didn't we?
I think yeah, we did. So let's
have tool of the week.
We do have to still do tool of the week.
Go on. So what is your tool of the week, Louise?
My tool of the week. Again, because last time it was. Is it playing again? It's playing again on here. No, we're
okay.
It's just very distracting. My tool of the week. Last time it was something that I'd been using in the workshop.
Yeah.
For something I wanted to make. So tool of the week this week, I have been sand casting again. I've been
I'm just watching it again.
It keeps
on the
playing
screen.
and I don't want to see it anymore because it's just really distracting. So a friend of mine has lost her dog.
Yeah.
And she wanted something to have the ashes for her and her daughter. So they want something the same, slightly different size. So shall I pass you this? So this is what I have made. This is what I sand cast. So I carved the wax. I should have showed the wax actually. The wax is downstairs.
Yeah.
So bearing in mind I started this on Saturday. So I carved the wax mainly on Saturday, finished it off this morning, and then it's not finished, so I haven't finished the polishing, so please don't judge me too harshly. And I've cast it literally just from scrap metal this afternoon. And I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out. So tool of the week is Delft clay and the Delft clay tools, because I just absolutely love it. And in fact, I love it so much. I was going to cast it twice, one for my friend and one for her daughter. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send that master to dual cast, and I'm going to ask them to make me a mould. And then every time I need that, for ashes, or it's just quite a nice, cute ring, I think.
It is, yeah.
So I've made the shank a little bit on the heavy side, so that I can just hammer it a little bit thinner. That's something I'm giving away a tip from your book now. But if you've got a really chunky shank, there's a little technique you can use to stretch it a little bit on a mandrel. So if you want to know how to do that, you've got to buy Andrew's book. But yeah, so that's why the shank is nice and chunky. So it can be sized down or it can be sized up that way, probably about 3 sizes, I would say.
Like that, yeah. I take 2 sizes, yeah.
So yeah, that's tool of the week. So this is what I used. I used the wax. Did you put the wax in? Did you put the discount on the wax?
No,
Perhaps we should.
just the Delft.
But you can sand cast anything really that doesn't have an overhang. Most things.
Absolutely.
So this is the clay. A lot of people think that sand casting gives you a very rough, rusticy, granular kind of texture, but not necessarily as I think this proves. I'm quite pleased with the texture that I've achieved. It's all in the technique, and you've got to get the right kind of sand, and I love that granular kind of finish as well, but that is done with a different type of sand. Some people do beach sand or coarse sand. This is Delft clay, which you can achieve
really fine
nice
detail on it. Yes.
Not necessarily huge amounts of detail.
It's pretty good.
But that's worked out really, really well.
Yeah.
So the moulds and the Delft clay are 15% off.
Yes.
I'm going to give you the code.
So yeah, we sell the Delft clay kit, which includes the clay and the mould, the round rings, or you can buy the clay on its own in a 1 kilogram, and then you can also buy the rings separately, or you can buy the rectangular mould that we really do like, and that's from Durston Tools, but again, we sell that. So anything that has the Delft clay in front of it, so Delft clay moulds, Delft clay sand, Delft clay kit, Louise just put a little code in the chat, and that will give you 15% off anything to do with the Delft clay until Sunday of this week.
But
yes.
how great is that now in terms of saving metal? I've made that from scraps.
Yep.
Myself.
Yep.
I can get the mould made.
Yep.
And then there's no, well, I suppose you're also going to have a little bit of a sprue, aren't you, when you have something back from the casters?
Oh yeah, not much.
But that's an extremely metal efficient way to work.
It really is. And don't be put off by what people say about, oh, it's porous. It's not porous. You won't get porosity in the castings. What usually is you have to get the mould to be perfect. If there's any little bits of sand left within the mould, when the silver goes into it, the little grains of sand will cause little holes, and people think that's porosity, but it's not. So this is the topic of my next book. Have I told you I've written another book? This is the topic of my next book. It's small scale casting at the bench, and we're going to be going into Delft clay casting and also cuttlefish casting, and we're going to go into Delft clay in a lot of detail because there's quite a few kits out there that you can buy that has a core through the center and so forth. There's lots of things that we're going to be looking at in the book. That won't be out most probably until a year Christmas, most probably, because it has to be in next March. So that's the topic of our next. And I think a lot of people get confused with it. They think it's rough, they think it's ready. It can be. It depends upon the style of finish that you want. But if you use delft clay, the castings can be perfect and smooth with no, what people call porosity, with no grains of sand in it. And you can make up a master. Louise started the wax on Saturday for an hour or so. She finished it off this morning. She put it in the delft clay. She cast it. She finished it. And literally within, I'd say, 2 to 3 hours, she's gone from an idea in her head to the wax, to the delft clay, and then she's finished it. So now she's got a master, or she could keep casting the delft clay, because don't forget, it's not like a lost wax casting. The wax is always with you, where in the lost wax, you lose the wax.
Yeah.
So basically, from this now, Louise can keep casting the delft clay if she wanted to, but what she's going to do is send this away to get it a mould made, and then somebody else is going to be able to cast that.
Because if I have to make that another 2 or 3 times, it's going to be more cost effective for me to pay to have the mould made and have it recast that way.
Yes, and it'll come back again. So, perfect.
And if somebody says to me then, I'd like that bit in gold, well then I just contact dual cast or whoever my caster is. For me it's dual cast. And you can log in and you can get the price for it in gold.
Yeah.
Let your customer know.
Exactly.
And it's great. It's just
delft clay casting, tour of the week. Also
good to and this, I'm just going to show you this picture because this is a bit of a boast now. Our apprentice Mena
move ahead. Here we go.
Made this from. This was her first. She started with us in December.
Here we go. Let me just try and zoom in on this for you guys.
She's come on board to do admin, doesn't she? She wants to learn like the business side and she's really interested now in making. So she's going to be doing our diploma in September. And she had a ring that she wore regularly, but the plating was coming off. It was like a costume jewellery ring, and she really loved it and wore it all the time. So I said, well, let's cast it in silver, and this is what she did, and that is the result that she got. I couldn't even take the photo of it. The mirror finish was so wonderful. She did work really hard on it.
She did, yes.
That was the first thing that she had ever made. She had supervision, but she did it all herself.
Exactly. So it just goes to show what you can do with delft clay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we've got a couple of workshops as well on At the Bench. So if you've not seen them, do check them out because they are brilliant. And that's how I learned how to do it, and that's how Mena learned. And we're getting, I think, great results.
We are.
Yeah.
It is perfect. So it's very good.
Thank you.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
I do like the ring. It's very good.
Yeah. What is it? Please have it back. Just disappear under the depths of your bench. Thank you.
So the idea is then, because Louise now is going to have this mould, she then can have the silver rings made. You can do it that way, or you can cast them yourself for using the delft clay. So you can keep using your recycled bits. And this is why I don't understand why people just send all their silver off to the refiners. Because yes, you get nice fresh pieces of silver back, but you pay a premium for it. But why not just have a technique like delft clay, cuttlefish casting, where you can melt down the scraps and cast items of jewellery, things that you find, shells down on the beach, anything, small little acorns,
I'd
seeds,
be careful about
little
casting
shells.
other people's jewellery.
I mean, this one. I never mentioned it.
Yeah, no, I'm just putting that
out.
The one that Mena cast was, I think it's just something she found in a second-hand shop that was costume, and I was turning her finger a bit green.
Yes.
So it was just quite a plain design, wasn't it? But just be careful about reproducing copyrighted or other people's work, really.
Yes. Okay, good. So that was tool
of the week.
That was. Oh.
Let's not have it again.
No, wrong one. Never mind.
Okay.
No. Damn, I could play it again. So that's tool of the week.
Good.
Oh, hang on. We've got something going on here.
What's happening?
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you please give us some tips for polishing a ring after resizing, specifically avoiding issues with the solder line showing up? Yeah, this was something we were talking about with Lee, wasn't it?
So I would always try and use a solder that has the least amount of alloy in it. So for instance, if you're using silver, I would always try and use a hard silver solder because there's less alloy in the solder and it's the alloy that lowers the temperature of the melting point of the silver. So the less alloy in it, the more near the colour of the silver is to the solder, if that makes sense, or vice versa. Okay. Likewise, if you're using gold, try and use a hard gold solder, because again, there's a least amount of alloy in the gold, so it'll match in colour. That's the most important thing. If you've got things like rose gold rings and you're trying to use a red solder, there's not much you can really do, because one's rose, one's red, and sometimes it will show. So what you need to do is, if you had a ring shank, okay, so I'm looking down on top of the ring, here's the ring here, that's the inside of the shank, and say you had the join across here, okay, what you need to do is to make sure that when you emery the ring, you always try and emery it in this direction, okay, back and forth, or in this direction. What you don't want to really do is to emery it across the join, okay? So you want to try and go at perhaps right angles or 45 degrees to the joint for a start. Always try and emery the ring, or wet and dry the ring, whatever you want to call it, down to around about 1000 grit, 1500 grit. And by doing that, it means you won't need to spend a long time on the polishing mops. So there is your join there. If now you take your ring and you go to your polishing motor and you polish the motor, and again the mop is running in line with that joint, because the mop is abrading the surface or producing a shine, it is abrading the surface, it's producing a high shine on the surface, there is a chance that the mop will drag out the solder from the joint, because the solder is a softer metal than the parent metal. So if you try and polish it, even though it's being polished, it'll drag out that solder more, it'll wear it away more than the metal on either side. That is why you usually see perhaps a slight tiny little dip where the joint is. So always try and polish across the joint. So say you have your polishing wheels, okay, on your motor this way, what you want to do is to get the ring, can't really see me here, going in this direction. So the ring would be vertical and the join's down here. So when you put the mop on the joint, it's going in that, okay, and not across it. Close fitting joints, nice and thin, parallel surfaces, the minimal amount of solder will always help. But if you take this ring down to about 300, 400 grit, then put it on the polishing mop, there's a chance that it's going to take too long on the mop and it's going to drag the solder out. So always do it to at least 1000 or 1200, 1500, and then you will need to spend the most minimal amount of time on the polishing mop to produce that shine. And as a result of that, you won't get any of the solder being dragged out. That's all I really need to say.
Okay. Linda says, is it possible to tube set a cabochon rather than a faceted stone?
Exactly the same way as you set the faceted, you can use a cabochon. It doesn't matter whether you use that straight-sided setting burr when you come to set. So you've got your tube, yep, here's the wall here, there's the wall running down through it. So yes, a faceted stone is going to be that shape, and if you use a straight-sided setting burr that is that shape, yeah, it's going to produce a wall with the angle like that there, okay, like that there. So if you have a faceted stone, yeah, this is going to be great. The faceted stone can sit in that area there, but you can also have a flat bottom stone and have the cabochon. I've done my wall a little bit too high on here, haven't I? Let's remove that down. So yeah, so you can use exactly the same technique for setting your cabochon as you can with a faceted stone. No difference at all. Yes, Lou?
Good. It's only about the rolling mill question. It's a Durston Agile 130. I know it was used for demos So not brand new for me, however, I did purchase from the Durston rep.
In that case, then send it back. Or contact Durston, contact their customer service, and ask them and tell them what's happening to it and tell them that you need it replaced or at least to be looked at, yes. Oh, excuse me.
Good. Sandra says, do you have a link to the person you learned wax carving from, or was it through your advent calendar? Does that person do something year round? Yes, so it is Wax Carvers. Wax Carvers is the website. So it's online wax carving classes. The lady's name is Sandy. She's fabulous. So I'm going to pop that in the chat. So that's the Wax Carvers website. But also there's a wonderful book by Russell Lonesborough, who I met, and Daniela Tarsinale, who I also met on the weekend. And they are such cool people. And their book is wonderful. And that's called Wax Carving for Jewelers.
And also, he is producing book number 2 as well for wax carving.
Good. So I'm just going to, that's on the store, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not quite sure whether we've actually run out.
Oh, well, that's not very good, is it? It's a great book. Why haven't we got that?
We'll have to have a look.
But yeah, it's, shall I just... So that's, yeah, that's another one I would say to get. Out of stock.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I'll pop that. Can we put it on back order, do you think?
Yeah, of course, yes.
I'm just going to put it in there so you can see which one it is.
Yeah. Good.
There.
So that's something
Great.
that, yeah.
Good. Okay. Louise, how did you melt scrap silver? In some kind of special kiln or just charcoal block? Just a seasoned crucible and
Crucible holder.
Yeah. So you need a flame with quite a bit of poke. So you probably could you do it with the big butane torch?
If you're using small amounts, up to about 10, 11, 12 grams, one of these torches would be sufficient. It will take you a while to melt down, so the stronger the flame, the bigger the flame, the better, and you'll melt the silver down a lot better.
This is about 8.5, 9
grams,
grams, but then you need a bit more for the sprue.
Yes. So
yeah,
you may be able to do it. Yeah.
Really, then, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's easier if you've got a water torch or a Smith's
Little torch, yes.
little torch.
So yes, we sell the little wire whips and the round crucibles. That's quite a nice cheap option. There we go. There's your round crucibles and your whips.
What's the difference between the round and the square crucible, please? Which ones are the cheaper ones?
The round ones should be the cheaper ones.
Are they? They're about the same, aren't they?
The whip is the handle, and that's a lot
So the whip
cheaper.
is only for the small ones, though.
Yes, I wouldn't use.
Sorry, that's only for the round one then.
Yes, small
So
whip
that's
tongs
what
for
that's
crucible. I think you can use it on the big ones, but
No,
the whip,
you want it to be secure.
the whip
don't
handle
you?
is the best.
Well, the square crucible holder's flagged up as out of stock.
No, that's the wrong one. That needs to be deleted, that one, because that was the
So
original
you're talking.
one.
That's the one that we didn't restock
Yes.
because we didn't like it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about buying things from the store is
We use
we
them.
use them. We know whether they're any good or not. So that's
Yeah.
why we didn't bother with that one. Yes, so we have got 2 of them. But you can order the crucibles seasoned, ready seasoned, or there's videos on At the Bench on how to season the crucible as well.
Yes.
And so seasoning is just giving it a lovely glass borax coating, I guess. Is that right?
Yeah. To seal it, yeah.
Which I've never
Yeah.
done because
Yes. And some
I
people,
get them seasons by the time they come to me.
some people do say, "Oh, my crucible's cracked. I need to throw it away. They're rubbish. They're no good." The crucibles will crack. They will not necessarily crack in half, but when you do season them, the heating them up sometimes does cause them to crack. But if you've got a nice coating of borax on the inside, the borax keeps it all together. The cracks don't necessarily go all the way through. They're perfectly fine. Yeah.
Good. Claire says, did you ever revisit nut casting? No.
What casting?
Nut casting from the
Nut
very beginning of
casting.
live Q&As, I think. I know we were talking about nut casting. Yeah.
No.
No. Oh.
I know there's things like broom casting, spaghetti casting, and things like that. Never tried it with nuts. Peanuts? I don't know. Cashew nut shells? I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
Hungry now, making me hungry.
So no, the answer's no.
Okay, Stuart says, how do you use the rectangular mould for Delft clay, i.e. how do you stop the sand falling out the sides? You just squash it in there and hammer it and
And then
pack
you
it.
have to get binding wire to hold the sides together.
Yeah, well that stops the mould opening more than stops the... Does it?
The metal then doesn't come out the sides.
Stop the sand falling out the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hammer the sand in, but then you should also
pack it.
bind it together, because I didn't once, and the weight of the metal parted the two halves because
did
they're
it?
standing upright. So you've always got to put binding wire around it. Yes.
Only if it's a mould that goes like that. I can't think of... If you've got one like that, you're okay.
You're
if
okay.
it's like that.
So if
yeah.
you use, so if for instance,
I hope that makes sense.
if you use the rings, show us the rings.
Oh,
In
what have I
front
done
of,
with
right,
them?
right in front of you.
Oh,
So if you use the rings, you don't need to add anything because the rings go together on top of each other,
yeah.
like that.
So gravity keeps that.
Yep, keeps
Where
that
it should
together.
be.
Whereas the rectangular moulds, they come apart that way. So you need some binding wire to go around to hold it together to stop them coming apart. Yes, exactly right.
Good.
Yeah, and the sand doesn't come out because you hammer the sand nice and hard. Again, lots of films on YouTube from us showing how to do the sand casting.
I think we've got 2 3-hour
There's-
workshops as
there's-
well.
Yep, there's also some workshops as well.
I
that
think
we've
we
done.
did a signet ring. We've done a twig.
Heart,
Heart.
stone in
We did
place
a wax.
casting.
Yeah, we've done. There's absolutely tons there, isn't there?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Penny says, can I ask a question about casting? I want to have a circle cast with a tiny bit of tube soldered to it so I can rivet it onto wood. Ooh. Will a commercially cast piece keep the tube open?
Yeah, because if you are going to be making this repeatable, make up the master, solder the tube on, and then what they will do then is either do a vulcanized mold or a room temperature vulcanized mold. And yeah, what master you put in that mold is what you'll get out when it's cast, because they eject the wax into the mold once you've taken the master out, and it'll be an exact replica of what goes in. So yeah, it's not like you're doing a sand cast that particular technique would never work, because the sand goes into the tube and then you can't get the master out without the sand coming out. But when it comes to the vulcanized molds or the room temperature vulcanized mold, room temperature vulcanized mold, or the cold mold, it'll reproduce it exactly as it is. So your original comes out, the wax gets injected, and it's those waxes that get cast, and then the rest of the pieces that you have from that mold will be exactly the same as your original master. So yes, it'll have the tube in it, so you can then rivet your wood. Yes.
Good. Okay. Good. Claire said it was walnuts back then, I think. Oh. Stuart says, thanks both. Still a skill I need to try. It's just fun, and it's low. It's relatively low financial output, isn't it, when you to start? It's not like you've got to buy sheet and then if something goes wrong, you've got to replace the sheet, because it's just, you can just melt down scraps.
Melt it down again. If you
Yeah,
make a
and you can
mess.
reuse the vast majority of the clay, the Delft clay sand. So I just think it's such a cost-effective way to work, and particularly if you combine that with wax. I love working in wax because I just think you can be so creative, and there's loads you can do. People think you need tons of tools and equipment. You don't. You obviously need the right kind of wax, and there's different waxes that behave in different ways.
Yes.
But tools-wise, ceramic tools,
Yeah, dental.
leatherworking tools,
yeah.
dental tools. I use
Anything.
burrs a lot. Just whatever I
cheap,
think
isn't
is
it?
going to work. I've got a wax a wax pen, which I haven't really used as much as I thought I would, to be honest, because I just use whatever blunt burrs I've got to hand to carve.
You got lots of them.
Yeah, I've got lots of them. And they're great for working with wax. It's
Yes.
just, yeah.
It's a great
Just, yeah,
cheap.
tip your toe in with wax. And then once you've got some bits and pieces in wax that you want to cast, then maybe,
Then go into Delft clay.
yeah.
Cast it.
It's so exciting. It's ever so exciting. I love it. Good. Any advice? Oh, sorry. Great advice on avoiding solder seam showing. Any thoughts on solder seam turning brown after a few days after polishing?
It shouldn't do. It's most probably a reaction from something in the air or from a solution or from medication through somebody's skin. In theory, it should not show. Just give it a wipe and a polish, but that solder, because really your solder seam should be so minimal. Solder does not like to fill gaps, and as a result, if it fills gaps, there's more of it than what there should be, and yes, there's a chance of it showing. But if you have a solder joint that is perfect and parallel and so tight, there's going to be the most minimal amount of solder needed for that joint, so really should not show up. Yeah.
Good. We are at 5 o'clock, but I am going to read Helen's question because I missed it earlier. I'm so sorry. Can I ask if you recommend using Renaissance wax to finish a piece? I think you asked about tarnishing, what you can use to anti-tarnish, and is Renaissance wax?
Yeah.
Would you use one? Yeah.
Renaissance wax is literally, as it said, it's a wax that you wipe on. And as a result of you wiping it on, it will wipe back off and it will come off. So it is not necessarily a great product to stop things silver tarnishing. It's great if you've got perhaps a textured surface that you can rub the Renaissance wax into it, so that the Renaissance wax then will protect the lower parts of a textured surface, because the outside surface is going to get rubbed through natural wear and so forth, and then you're back through to the silver. There are some silver tarnish prevention solutions out there. I know Yentner have some that you can simply immerse the piece in. I think you do use electrical current, I'm not quite sure, but you can just immerse this piece in it and it coats and protects the surface. You can also get, I used to be Herman Silver, unfortunately the gentleman is died now, but he developed a silver polish that left a bit of a coating on the silver that prevented tarnishing, and I think he actually gave some to the British Museum and they absolutely loved it. So that's Herman Silver Polish. Don't know where you get it these days. I know we've got a tub downstairs. He gave us a tub before he passed away. But yeah, Herman Silver Polish is a great way. I don't think you'll ever stop silver tarnishing at all, because it tarnishes through the reaction with the sulfur in the air. Sulfur comes from the car fumes and so forth. So you'll never stop it tarnishing, but there are ways that you can slow down the tarnishing of it.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. All done?
We got more questions, but it's
5 o'clock.
Linda.
Go on.
Silly gum, Linda, to get impressions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two
Of course,
parts.
silly
Is it
gum.
called silly gum or silly putty? Silly gum.
Silly gum. I think it's silly gum.
Silly gum.
Yes.
SILIGUM.
G-U-M, yes.
From like Hobbycraft or Amazon, and
Yeah, anyone like
it's
that
like a
will sell it.
two-part silicone-based
Yep.
putty which you
Yeah,
mix
we
together.
keep it in the car now. We got three little tins, and we keep them in the car just in case an opportunity arises and we can take an impression.
You might
or
see a nice
something.
texture or something that you want to, you never know.
Yeah.
But if it's cold, it might not set.
It takes a
That's the voice of
while.
experience. If it's a
Yes.
very cold day, yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
We need to go back.
Yeah, we need to go back, yeah.
to the castle and try again.
We're working on something,
Brilliant.
but we went and it was too cold.
It was way too cold. That's straight after Christmas, wasn't it? That was
Yeah.
cold, isn't it? All right. So everyone, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for all the questions. I will play you out with our little jingle because I absolutely love it. You got that lined up for me, please, Louise?
Yeah, it's lined up.
It is lined up really good. Okay, so everyone, thank you very much for joining us today. We will see you next Monday.
Yes.
We're filming a workshop next week. More on that as time
I'm
goes
excited
on.
about this one.
It will be a good one. So we have somebody coming down to us to At the Bench HQ, and we're going to be filming them, aren't we? It's going to be good.
I'm excited.
Good. So say goodbye then, Louise. We'll
Bye.
just see you all next week, and I'm going to play you out with...
Duelers tune in when the tools come out.